How y'all doing? If you like reseller content, toy content, like, subscribe, comment below. Doing some more board games just because I got knocked this pile next to me down. So we're doing 2 games of life. Monopoly Frozen 2 Classic Edition Clue, which is actually just a remake. And then this Transformer that actually my son picked up off a shelf. And it could be a good one. So let's just get the games of life out of the way. Alright, so picked up quite a few games last few days. So I've been having luck with something new on eBay called volume pricing, which is perfect for game parts because I carry sometimes 15 sets of parts, and you could offer a discount on multiple part purchases. The thing is, my spend doesn't go up. It's the same envelope, it's the same shipping, but even with the discount, I actually make more. So I'm starting to sell 2s of things. I haven't sold much more than that, but it's starting to move some of the stuff that I've been building up, and one of the things I've been building up are these. I guess I'm going to have 7 of them now, so hopefully somebody picks up some of those. They do sell, but not all that well. So we're going to get all our stuff out of these 2 lives. All right, so I don't sell the money on that, apparently. I got one listing. It's been sitting for half a year now. Nobody's looked at it, so I'm not going to add to it. So I'm just adding to a hoard at that point. So I have my 7th and 8th spinner at $2 each. And these actually do sell. I was missing 2 cars, but I had 2 that would work in my backstock. I was missing a lot of pegs, and I used every single peg I had in my backstock to complete these. But all said and done, my 2 games are $10. All right, let's look at Clue. All right, so I picked up Clue Classic Edition a while ago. I got 2 of them, and then saw that they didn't really move, but then oddly enough, oh, here we go. Oddly enough, I sold all the parts to it, so I'm going to continue to buy them. The difference with this is the weapons are actually different. So it has a 1911. Is that a 1911? Yeah, there's like a Beretta, but yeah, anyways, 1911 instead of the revolving barrel pistol from the classic one. See how big it is? It's a ridiculously sized weapon here. And the rope is metal instead of being plastic. So we got our 6 weapons. We have 5 tokens. We're missing black, maybe? That could be in here somewhere. Get this sorted. Alright, so Classic Edition. I had the cards. I had 2 for sale already. Just changed my quantity. Already had them at lowest price possible, which is 7. I did not have enough pawns, though. I had this weapons with pawns previously, and it sold out. I was missing a pawn, and they're different in that edition. So I couldn't even take from my old stockpile. So I put another listing of just the weapons at 7. So we'll see what happens with it. But that puts us here. All right, let's check out this Monopoly Frozen 2. All right, so Monopoly derivatives are hit or miss. I thought this would hit. This is also very light. I don't like this. And I bought them before, and I haven't really sold any. I don't think I've sold anything out of them, actually. But why does this seem light? So it's missing something. Bundled well. Even the right board? This seems small. No, that's it. Okay. Maybe Frozen 2 is just very light. Anyways. So we have the money in good shape. Frozen 2 money. Take the rubber bands off stuff. It ruins it over time. Then it comes with houses, castles, blue dice, our tokens, I think there should be 6. 5, 6. It has a snowflake, of which I don't know what that does in the game. But I don't think I've sold anything out of this. So I'm going to pull up my listings on this game, and we will see. Frozen. All right, everything frozen. So we can see I have the 6 tokens of Snowflake and the dice for sale. And I still have those. I have the houses and the castles. I have the money. I got everything here still. I also listed the cards and stuff, which have never moved. So we can't see how many views I have on that. So I have to pull that up on my phone. All right, so pulling it up. Some views on this stuff, some others none. What I did is I had views on this. I just increased quantity and applied volume pricing. These I had no views on, so I lowered the price, increased quantity, and applied volume pricing. These I had no views on, increased quantity, applied volume pricing, and lowered it by $1. I've never sold any of this stuff though, so I'm not going to add it to my running total. In theory though, it's another like $7 though. All right, these are out of the way, so let's check out this transformer. All right, so the piece de resistance here. We're on Sundays, I take my kids out to go to the treasure stores. Ultimately, this is going to be my retirement gig. Once my pension kicks in, this will be the thing that I do for fun and to keep my brain from turning to mush. But after I can't do it anymore, my kids can do it. They can take my Facebook or my eBay account over at that point and turn this into their side hustle and keep it going. But I take them so they can kind of learn something. You know, they're too young to really give a shit at this point, but I like to expose them to it. Anyways, so he picked this up and he said, "Hey, is this a good one?" I looked at it like, yeah, actually it is. This is a transformer. And basically all transformers with articulation and parts are going to go for money. It's not 100%. Unfortunately, we can see we're missing a foot. And maybe some other stuff, but I am really bad at transformers. So to transform this being Tigerhawk, by the way, Legacy Edition, I will have to watch a video and learn how to do it. So I'll do that now. All right, so here we got Tigerhawk in his Tigerhawk setup. I am missing pieces for this, unfortunately. There's a chest piece here that is missing. And that foot actually does come into play over here. But pretty slick, I guess. It doesn't really move very much, though. You couldn't do a lot with it. It couldn't, like, fight. It's barely just able to exist in this state. In the robot state, all right, so while the Tigerhawk mode was pretty much a hard suck, this is really cool. So you take the cannons off his wings and he can hold them. So he's got dual guns, a feather cod piece, which is very 1985. You can do whatever you want with the wings. You can have them out like a cool backpack. Conceivably, you could stab people with it. Wham. I don't know. He'll figure it out. Could be some kind of armor. So I like him a lot like this. It does, you know, kind of suck that this foot is missing because that goes over his shoulder. The other piece that's missing on the back, you really couldn't tell until it's in the animal. But that is a Legacy class Tigerhawk. What are we going to get for this? Great question. So we know it's not complete. So looking at what's out there, we're not going to get the 45 because it is not complete. And we talk about this quite a bit. When you see a price and a lot of watchers, that tells you if I list it below this, I'll probably get it. And this has everything. Now it looks like I might be missing a tail gun. I don't know where that goes. That wasn't even in the instructional either. Where would that even go? Am I missing it? Is the next question. Huh. It wasn't even in the video. That's odd. I wonder if the guy that did the video knew he was missing it. Or if he just didn't have to manipulate it. So I watched a video on how to transform it, just because that makes my life a lot easier. So we got these cannons here. Yeah, I feel like it would be like in the back if you had it. I don't know. Look around a little bit here. So he's holding like a feather in this picture. Let's look at this. So we're missing whatever that is. So this is just another gun attachment. These you can take off, but you don't have to. So he's supposed to have like a feather knife thing, which I don't have, and that little gun, which I don't have. So that's not part of transforming, I guess. It would have to be somewhere in the setup, but yeah, so looking for ones that are incomplete to kind of get an idea. Legacy. And there's a few variants. Obviously, they've made this a few times. I'm not familiar with this character at all. Not a huge Transformers guy anyways, but yeah, all these are complete. So anyways, get an idea what's for sale. 248 of these for sale. 66 sold, which is good. Decent sell-through. So here's a complete one, 45, 48. That guy looks complete too, 40. And I paid $3 for it, so I'm probably, because it's missing parts, and because I don't want to live with it long term, I think I will do 30 on it. And that makes me by and far the cheapest. And with all these watchers, the fact that the stuff missing isn't egregious. The weapons, whatever. The foot sucks. That piece is basically pointless. At $30 with free shipping, I think that'll move. I think we'll be about there. So, not bad at all. And that's a pretty cool figure. I like that. And I'm happy my son saw that and understood that it could be valuable. So, you know, tough part with kids is getting them into stuff. You know, letting them try stuff and seeing what they like. And sometimes kids just don't like anything. Or they don't like to stick with things, I guess. So, we'll see if he sticks with this. He could be good. Anyways, if you like reseller content, toy content, like, subscribe, comment below. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.